So this is me in 6th grade, right before my science exam. I just finished reading the chapter light. I flip to the back exercises and I read the first question. What is light? I close my book, I close my eyes, and I try really hard to remember the definition. What is light? I think to myself. And my mama comes in from the kitchen and she goes, light is God. Dramatic pause. Love is God. Dramatic pause number 2. And I just look at her all dumbstruck. I'm like, yeah, no. Light is the natural agent that makes things visible, and love is Shah Rukh Khan sitting in a barn playing the mandolin. And you cannot convince me otherwise. But then I realized maybe I invalidated her opinion a little too quickly. Because what do I know? What really is God? To my mother, God is love. God is light. To my grandmother, God is that little Kanha ka murti she'd been praying to with all her heart since my earliest memory. To some people, God is a realization, and to others, God is a question. God means a lot of different things to a lot of different people, but I still didn't know what He meant to me. I didn't know what to believe. Is God real? Does He exist? So, did I do the most basic thing I could do? Yes. Did I make a pro and con list? Yes. Now I realize a pro and con list about the existence of God can go on forever, but here's what we can talk about today. Pros. Arguments for the existence of God. Point number 1. Law of cause and effect. The universal law of cause and effect states that for every material effect, there is a cause before it or simultaneous to it that is greater than it. When we put this into context, the material effect being the universe, then what caused the universe? When we deny the possibility of there being a creator, then the next popular opinion is the Big Bang. Now, prior to the Big Bang, there has to have been some sort of energy that existed that after the Big Bang turned into our universe. According to the law of conservation of energy, which I'm sure most of us have heard of, energy can neither be created nor be destroyed. It can only be converted. So that energy has to have been converted from some other form of energy, which has to have been converted from some other form of energy, and so on until we reach a point where we have to question its origin. If energy cannot be created, then how did that energy originate? Even if we put a pin on the cosmological theory, after the Earth came into being, life did not exist on it for millions of years. Then, how one fine day that random seaweed started growing deep, deep below the ocean? It is scientifically proved that non-living chemicals cannot create living things. Then how did life arise? Now here's another theory. To describe something a certain way, it must exist. When we say God is great, we mean God is greater than the rest of us. Now hear me out. Here's an example. When we say this is the shortest person alive, that person doesn't need to be the size of an eraser, he just needs to be slightly shorter than the second shortest person alive, who needs to be slightly shorter than the third shortest person alive, and so on. When we say God is great, God doesn't necessarily have to be a supernatural being. He can be a living person, he just has to be the greatest. And he doesn't even have to be great, he just has to be slightly greater than the second greatest person alive, has to be slightly greater than the third greatest person alive. God could be some random dude sitting in the subway eating a sandwich. Hell, maybe you've even met God. When I said that when I was talking about the pros, a lot of them I ended with I don't know and that there is no answer, but maybe that exactly is my point. There are some things that science cannot prove. Some things that don't abide by the laws of nature, but maybe it's because they're above nature, maybe they're supernatural. That's something to think about. Now to the cons. When we apply the law of cause and effect again, but in another context, when we take God as the effect, then what caused God? Who made God? How did God originate? And even if God is real, then why do bad things happen? This is by Epicurus. If God is willing to prevent evil, but not able, then he is not omnipotent. If he is able, yet not willing, then he is malevolent. If he is neither able nor willing, then why do we call him God? And if he is both able and willing, then whence cometh evil? When I said that I was going to tell you a pro and con list, if you assume that I would convince you to either believe in God or not by the end of it, then I'm afraid I do not have an answer. The existence of God is something I'm sure we've all questioned at least once in our lives, but it really is unfathomable. I think it is beautiful that no two people here will have the same belief or same opinion on God. And I think some people believe in God, some people don't. People choose what God to believe in. And I love that. But I think our society has chosen to take that diversity as our weakness instead of our strength. I refuse to believe that we've stooped so low as humans to kill someone for having a voice, for having an opinion. Yes, it makes us different, but it does not have to keep us apart. We're all human and we're all one. We have strong rules, we have strong principles, but at what cost? I don't think it's worth our lives. My question to you today is not if you believe in God or if you think God is real. My question to you is that for how long can we kill in the name of God?